MaximoTV, we have found Riyaana Hartley.
Hello.
How are you doing? Batgirl Rises. Hold on, before you start talking, assistant director and co-writer.
Correct.
Correct. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's like midday. We're happy. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, we're doing what we love, so I think that explains the good mood.
Of course. So tell me a little bit how you got involved with Batgirl Rises.
Well, I was part of the creative team behind Girl of Steel, and Batgirl Rise came after that.
Right.
So,
And I was asking if that was like a prequel to this movie. Is that a thing?
no, that's not really a thing. I guess the ideas are not so linear. They just pop up, and then you're like, that's a good idea. We have to go with that. And that's where Batgirl Rises came from, I suppose. But I think more than before, this one really had like all of the details thought out and the intention sort of behind these strong female characters. And it really played out, I guess, naturally as like the second follow-up film.
Okay. And is that what you guys are trying to show? What's the biggest thing you're trying to highlight in this film? Because you have a lot of competition when you're entering a realm such as like superheroes. So what were you guys thinking when you were writing this?
Well, I don't think we were coming from a place of what do we want this film to do for us? It was really like, this is a great message and we can tell it in a very creative way. And this storytelling is really fun and we get to, have it be transformational. So there's less thought about like, how is this going to be received and all that stuff on the back end. We were just like, go with this. It's a good message about strong female characters that are interesting and like reviving these heroines that were very cliche and offensive and not doing any good, the way they were before, just very sexual and not really like, there was never any depth exposed. So it's exciting because you get to blaze your own trail, when you're making a Batgirl Rises or Girl of Steel. And people dig it. People dig it.
So when I got the first trailer, so it's not going to be, you have no intention of making it a movie, more like a TV miniseries, correct?
Well, we actually have thought these out in, either direction, as a feature-length film, as well as a series. I think when you are making the content about like how interesting these women are and kind of keeping people on their toes about like, if they're doing things that are not conventional, like they should be fighting each other over a guy right now, but they're like scheming together, on this like sisterly but like deep crazy bond.
I love that they need each other. I was so pleasantly surprised with how everything kind of like wraps together and how I need to see more because they come together in this need of finding their other person, whether it's who they love or their brother or whatever, but then we cut to seeing her brother is kind of a little bit crazy.
A little crazy. Yeah, and so are they. And I think that's really cool when you show like the full spectrum of what a female character is. Like, yeah, they're still like really intriguing and beautiful and strong, and they can kick ass and they can look good on camera. But then there's also like that psychological element where you're like, wait a minute, I don't think they actually trust each other, or do they? Or
But they have to use each other to get to where they want to go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, and then, I think little by little, you can't, like, expect and assume out of the story, so then you're really left in this place of, like, what are they going to do?
I like it. So, when do we get to see the next episode? Where can we catch that, or is that to be determined right now?
Well, the next episode is definitely already in the works, and I think...
So it hasn't been filmed yet, though?
It has not yet been filmed, but it will be coming soon, actually, and it's already in the works, and I think that everyone's really going to appreciate, us taking something that we can tell has, like, resonated with this audience, and, like, they want to see more, and then building on that. We'll see where it takes us.
And then I want to know, what's the biggest thing you guys learned from Girl of Steel into Batgirl Rises? Has a lot grown?
I would say, yeah, and Vincent can definitely talk to this a lot more, like, personally. It's his evolution, as the man behind all of it.
Well, how did you two come together? How did this partnership happen?
Well, he and I are actually engaged, but we.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Sneaky, sneaky. But we've been creative partners for years, doing films and storytelling and various projects. And together with the executive team, Danny and Mike, it was just kind of this creative trip down the rabbit hole.
Right.
Yeah, and I think we learned a great deal about not having to sort of grip the classical framework and the iconic structure of something that is, and just go all out, go all out, especially if you've got a good message. And it's been wonderful to see how much the investment in the films is paying off for everyone.
It is.
Yeah, everybody involved. So get involved.
You're screening at Universal as well.
I know, we had a screening at Universal, and that was great.
And then I just wanted to hit on you a little bit, not hit on you, but talk about you a little bit personally. When I went to
I was like,
you just told me you're engaged, and now I'm gonna move in there. No, I'm not like that. I promise I'm not.
Women.
That's what I go for. No, but I went to your Facebook page because that's what I had for you when I was looking at your stuff, and you're a yogi.
I am.
I love that.
Yeah.
So how do you take what do you take from your yoga process into your film work?
I think that's an excellent question. Well, it's a combination of that sort of introspection that comes from the yoga practice, as well as this need to play on the edge. I don't necessarily. I'm not the most yogi of yogis, I suppose.
Are you a yoga teacher, or do you just practice? Oh, you are?
I am.
Where are you teaching?
I teach here in Los Angeles, and I also teach stand-up paddleboard yoga.
What? I got to come to that. Where is it?
Floating on the water in the marina, down in the Marina Del Rey.
Okay, we're talking after this.
Yeah. So anyway, it's kind of that, as well as being the only female writer and developer on the team. It's this perspective that you have to bring to the table, and be why do the characters have to do that?
And you're making strong characters as women, which
Absolutely.
I love to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just giving them the depth that they have the right to, any character, and questioning why would a superhero do this, and why would two women actually behave that way, and is that actually true, and what's a more unique and interesting way to do this, instead of let's put them in some latex outfits and have them tackle each other.
That girl is I love playing it as a regular girl that turns into these supernatural things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, well, you guys have to check out Batgirl Rises. You can find it all over the internet right now. Hopefully, we'll get an episode 2 soon. I can't wait. But where can we keep up with everything of Batgirl Rises?
Well, go to the Batgirl Rises page on Facebook, and that's where all the updates are, as well as the YouTube channel.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.